In Greenland, we are a community. We take care of each other. Back in the days when the hunters would catch game, they would make sure that everybody in the settlement had food. When I am in Greenland, I feel confident that people would catch me if I fell.
In a tiny workshop in Nuuk, Nadia Anarak-Koitsman carefully shapes a piece of metal. To the untrained eye, it's an unidentifiable sea creature. But for Nadia, it's an important Inuit symbol.
I love how I'm able to tell a story through my jewelry about who we are and who we were. At the moment, I'm making Greenlandic shrimp earrings. If I wear these in other parts of the world, they would think, okay, she's wearing a huge shrimp. But up here, like, oh my God, then it's a big part of what we survive on.
Indigenous identity is seeing a revival in Greenland, ahead of a March 11 general election. The vote was called after U.S. President Donald Trump said he wanted to acquire the strategically located Arctic island. Trump's interest has shaken the status quo, and combined with the growing Inuit pride, has led some locals to view the election as a historic chance to free Greenland from Danish influence. The island was a Danish colony until 1953, when it officially became part of Denmark. Then, Danish authorities initiated a forced relocation of Inuit to larger towns, marginalizing the traditional practices and languages of an indigenous people who make up almost 90% of the population.
For many years, it was embarrassing being Greenlandic for a lot of people, and they would suppress the Greenlandic culture and trying to be more Danish in their appearance, in their way of living.
Relations between Greenland and Denmark have been strained over the past decade by revelations of historic misconduct by Danish authorities, including the removal of Inuit children from their families and forced contraception for women and girls. In 2022, Denmark publicly apologized to the victims of a 1950s experiment in which children from Greenland were taken to Denmark. As understanding about colonial repression spreads, the Inuit cultural resurgence in Greenland has taken off.
Without culture, there would be no identity. My name is Kim Kleist Eriksson, and I'm an artist in Greenland. I do art with walrus tusks and walrus cranium, and I've always been interested in strengthening our Greenlandic culture.
Eriksson's carvings aim to keep an old Greenlandic art form alive. For him, this cultural renaissance is intertwined with the political push for independence.
I want to share my knowledge, so I've been working in trying to create a workshop for my own where I can teach other people that want to learn the art. What's independence for me? So our culture will be much stronger, I hope.
The independence movement here has been growing since the 1970s and is supported by all main political parties. But they differ on how and when it could be achieved, given the country's reliance on Denmark for half its annual budget. Reuters spoke to more than a dozen Greenlanders, all of whom said they favored independence from Denmark and the United States.
As of late, I've noticed a different shift in the politics due to Trump's interest in Greenland. I know he wants to buy it, but what kind of guy tried to buy a country in 2025?
A recent poll indicated that 85% of Greenlanders don't want to become part of the U.S.
I was kind of in disgust that he wanted to do that. I'd love to work with the United States and not be part of the United States, but be proud Inuits of Greenland and our own government here.
Independence for Greenland could pave the way for more US influence on the island. And it comes at a time when the Arctic region has increasingly come into the geopolitical spotlight.
And I also have a message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland.
Trump has proposed buying Greenland, citing China and Russia's Arctic presence among the reasons for his interest in the country. He says he supports Greenland's right to determine its future and that he would welcome Greenland into the United States of America if it chose to join.
I've been working on Greenland for years. I think President Trump gets it. You know, he's resolute.
Thomas Emmanuel Dans was U.S. Arctic Commissioner during Trump's first presidency. He sees this as a key moment in Greenland's history, a time for action, he says.
I think whatever comes, you know, and how it ends up, the train has left the station. You know, we'll see, like, Greenland is opening up.
Despite what many see as a historic chance for independence, worries remain. Like most Greenlanders, Kreutzmann wants her country to become independent, but understands the road is long.
I'm actually really concerned that we would become independent too soon. Because I'm scared of our economy and who would be able to lift up society, keeping it where it is now. We like our society as it is, and we just want to be Greenlandic.